Let him have it.
All right, hot off the think, we got Tramon Williams back. It's nice to have a veteran back as a defensive back. What do you guys think?
He knows Pettin's system when Pettin was in Green
Played with
Bay.
him. He went to Cleveland when Pettin was there.
Yes, he did. He's also a veteran that's been here, knows the lay of the land. I like it. He's not Tramon of 2010. But I go back to the story of, because you haven't had this in Green Bay. When they're making their run to the Super Bowl, I'm in the locker room, and they're playing the Giants, because they played the Giants and then the Bears, because they beat the Bears. They had to win both to get in. They're playing the Giants, and I'm talking to Tramon Williams, and I said, what has changed your game? And he's sitting next to Sam Shields, and him and Sam look at each other and then look over and they point to Charles. And he said, that guy. And I said, really, how? Just emulate him? And he said, no. He pulls us over to his house, and he taught us how to study this season, how to study film. It's not what they're doing on the field. It's the knowledge they're gaining off the field. So the fact that Tramon Williams says that it was all about the mental side of things, they need somebody like that. Your oldest guy is Kevin King, who only played half a season.
Yeah.
You don't have anybody.
And here's the thing about Tramon. I was looking this up when I got on my way over here, as a matter of fact. 9 starts with the Arizona Cardinals last year. He had 2 interceptions and 12 passes defensed.
He was good.
The only defensive back with better numbers than that on the Packers was Demarius, who had 4 picks. 3 of them came after he got sent to the showers by McCarthy.
Right.
And I think 13 passes defense. No one else even matched that in a full season. He's 34. I think if he's got anything left, Gary, it's certainly a short-term solution.
Yeah. And it reminds me a lot. I'm going to throw some. I remember we brought in Jerry Holmes back in the day. At the end of his career.
There's a blast from the past.
Yeah.
Man.
And
Number 4-4.
Yeah, and so we brought in some older veterans back when I played. And I think if you guys can rattle your brain a little bit, when was the last time we saw Tramon Williams in a Green Bay Packer uniform?
He got over the top in Seattle.
It was a walk-off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was not horrible.
That was his fault.
Well, I mean,
that wasn't his fault.
Horrible coverage. Now, come on.
But if you
that
look
was
at,
a perfect pass.
If you're telling me
and
Tramon Williams cost him the
saying,
trip to the Super Bowl,
I'm
Gary,
just
you're
saying,
way out of
he
line.
didn't pick off a football and then go to the damn ground.
I'm just saying, if he's at 34, we don't want to get him isolated outside. I think he's got to have some help. But Bill is right. I think more importantly is what he brings inside that cornerback room. So stuff that you guys don't see. So in that meeting room, he can teach guys how to study. Maybe he makes Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix a better studier, a better player, a headier player. And I think that's what he's going to bring to that defensive back room, which they need. I mean, you lose Morgan Burnett. I mean, you lose a veteran guy that's been in that locker room for a long time. I think Tramon can, what Bill talks about, can pass some of those things along that they learned from Charles Woodson.
All right. Let's try the corner here. Hi.
To go with your point about Williams in Arizona, I mean, he's doing that with one of the best pass rushes in the NFL. I mean, how much of this is the pass rush and not just the athletes we have?
He didn't have great numbers in Cleveland.
It's a good point.
So what they've done is, I mean, this is the way I looked at it. I kind of ran through it today. If you get another boost out of Kenny Clark and Mike Daniels, and then Muhammad Wilkerson, you look at his numbers from 2 years ago, he was fantastic. You get that, and then remember when Montravius Adams, when they were at the Senior Bowl last year, he was the talk. I mean, that was the guy. I mean, they kept saying they were comparing him to this young Warren Sapp, which I thought was completely overblowing a guy that has never been in the league. But that was the comparison. So now you've got a full off season to get bigger, faster, stronger for Montravius Adams. They still want to utilize Vince Beagle. You know they're going to move Clay around. If they can get that pass rush, let's just pray to God. Let's all just say a prayer right now that Clay Matthews and Nick Perry stay healthy. Because if those two cats stay healthy, it changes the dynamic of that defense. Then you add in Mo Wilkerson. Then you add, remember when they won the Super Bowl, they had Green.
Yeah.
They had B.J.
Yep.
They had C.J. Wilson. Mm-hmm. C.J. Wilson, biggest man I'd ever seen next to Gilbert Brown. That guy could make a bus do a wheelie. He sat in the back of it. They had some big bodies, and they rotated those bodies up front, and that's what Pettin likes to do.
Yeah, and I think with Pettin, unlike Dom Capers, Capers was his thing was a 3-4 defense, and he was going to live and die with that. I think with Pettin, you'll see some 3-4 and you'll see some 4-3. I think you'll see some change up with defensive linemen. I think that's where Wilkerson comes in for the Green Bay Packers, a good pickup for them because he can play really all 4 positions on that front line. So that's going to help him out a lot. You just got to be creative with those guys.